Scott.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. Man, you are a busy lady, aren't you?
You know, I uh I mean I'm grateful to be, but yes.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, last time I talked to you, you were busy, but not this busy. And you were a child. You're not a child anymore.
I'm not. It's so weird.
It's pretty cool. It's great to see. So proud of you, and
Thank you.
man, it's just wonderful to watch your progression through this industry. It's
Thank
fantastic.
you.
Well, I
And
know
thank you
you're
for all the support along the way too. I really, really appreciate it.
absolutely. It's my honor to support what you're doing, and all that talent, and you're just accruing talent as you go. And I know you're short on time. Let me do a short introduction for you, and we'll get rolling. I am
Oh,
with Moriah Formica. You probably recognize her from season 13 of The Voice. And she has worked with Michael Sweet, of course, and Jason Bittner and many others. Had success on her own with an EP and many singles, but now she is part of a band, or all-girl band called Plush, and they are releasing their first single called "Hate" on Pavement Music, which comes out tomorrow. Uh,
yeah.
Mariah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
It's so cool. Now,
Okay.
take me through Plush here. Now, this is really exciting. I mean, I've seen all of you, I know you, I know your voice, and what you do is just amazing. Uh,
Thank you.
but, I see Brooke's YouTube channel. Brooke is like my new hero. She's just
Oh,
amazing.
ridiculous.
Oh, I mean, that's your drummer, of course, Brooke Colucci,
Hmm.
and she's playing stuff like Tool and Rush, and I mean, just really complex stuff. She's the way she
Yeah.
plays, her technique is just amazing. You have
Yeah.
Bella Perron. What was that?
I was just saying, yeah, she's incredible.
Yeah, she really
Honestly.
is. And Bella Perron, I'm
Yeah.
saying that right? I want to
Yeah.
say Perron when I see that, but Bella Perron, and she is a student at Berkeley. That is your guitar player. Now, will you be playing rhythm?
I will be playing rhythm mostly, but I'll have some leads here and there,
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
I know you're not going to play without your guitar, right?
Oh, God, no. My guitar, day one, my guitar is like my partner in crime or
Yeah,
my weapon of choice.
absolutely, absolutely. I know how, it's uncomfortable for you to play without your guitar, isn't it? Or
It
to
really,
sing.
and I'm like an awkward person to begin with. Like just my body language, and like just a very stiff person. And so without my guitar, I would just look really awkward, I feel like.
I don't think so. Your voice is amazing. But I don't want to forget Ashley Supa, on bass in this band, and
Mhm.
of course her dad, part of Alice in Chains, Mike Supa,
Mhm.
and I mean, she's sang on Ace Frehley's Anomaly record. Uh,
Yes.
she is a big musician herself. So
Mhm.
all of you guys are like, I don't want to say veteran because you're so young. You can't be veterans already. I mean, the average age of this band is what, 20, maybe?
Yeah, I'm the oldest one, and I'm 20. So
Wow. It's just
great.
incredible. But the talent is tremendous. And
Thank
I can't wait to hear what you guys have done. Let's start with the name of the band. I heard Plush, and I thought Stone Temple Pilots. The song. How did the name come about?
Well, um I'm not huge into the Stone Temple Pilots. I respect them, but I didn't even know that they had a song called Plush, actually.
Okay.
So everybody was like, Ashley and Bella were talking about. They were like, oh my gosh, Plush, like the Stone Temple Pilots. But yeah, so we were having a hard time kind of coming up with the name, and it was coming down to the line, and we kind of had to get a name out there so we could get moving with the project and stuff.
Right.
And we were just thinking too hard, because everybody wants a name where they're like, oh, what's meaningful, and like something that's just like super spiritual and whatnot.
Right.
And really the name could be anything. And one of the names that was thrown out there was Plush. And at first, I think all of us were like, it's not badass enough, and like, it's whatever. But then we started thinking, and I personally thought it was really funny because, we're four young girls. Plush is soft and silky and whatever, but then it's like we're the exact opposite once we start playing. And I
Right.
thought it was hilarious. So I was like, you know what, Plush. Plus it just rolls off the tongue easily. So I was like, you know
Right.
what, why not Plush?
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's really great. Um, how will you be releasing music? I know in the past you put out the EP, the Bring It On EP, and then singles here and there. And you've done that with your music. How will you be releasing Plush? I know you got a single coming out tomorrow, but will there be a full-length album or an EP, or how are you going to do that?
The goal is to have an EP in the near future. A full-length album, definitely in the future, but not the near future right now. So we're probably just going to be doing, definitely music is going to be coming out, new music, but it'll probably, be in the form of singles and an EP for now, but
Okay.
definitely expect a full album in the future.
Cool, cool. Now, I know you can't say too much, but how much do you have like in the can songs done? Can you tell me that?
We songs done right now that we have done and recorded and are ready to release. There's only 3.
Okay.
But we have a lot of songs that aren't recorded yet that we
Right.
are going to put out in the future. So
Cool. Now, I know you've recorded with Paul Benedetti at Modern Day Music. You've done that for many, many years. You honing your chops with modern day music.
yeah,
It, you and modern day music are kind of one thing. Did I mean,
a huge part.
it's a big part of who you are. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
know
wouldn't be
that.
where I am without them. So
Yeah.
right with
Is
them.
he will Paul be producing this Plush record?
He won't be. We have. I actually don't know. Who it is. We've kind of been with these 3 songs that we have done and finished. We actually got to work with an awesome producer. He's Grammy nominated. He's produced Disturbed, Three Doors Down. He's written with Hailstorm and um, all sorts of bands. And his name's Johnny K. And he's just
Chicago,
awesome. Yeah, yeah,
Chicago Johnny K. Hell yeah.
yeah, yeah. He's I just love. I mean, we just love working with him. Our visions completely aligned together, and we work really, really well together. So I really, really enjoy working with Johnny, and I hope that he can produce our next album. But I would love to do some more work with Paul too. But for Plush, I think we're gonna try and explore with other producers and stuff, and really try and hone in on our sound.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, and I saw, it's coming out on Pavement Music, which is
Mhm.
Service Management and Pavement Records, Pavement Music,
Yeah.
Pavement Entertainment. I know that's that their headquarters are right by Superdog. I'm a Chicago kid, so that's like my old neighborhood. It's like if you ever get a chance, you got to go to Superdog when you get in town.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I'll
Now you write, I mean, you write your own original songs, you always have. And are you writing the Plush songs, or do you have, are the other girls writers with you on this stuff, or are they basically your compositions?
um a couple are songs that I had written, the lyrics and uh guitar parts too. Um but yeah, we definitely all came in and put our own flair on these songs. And so we are writing together, and we are going to be writing many songs together in the future. So I'm really, really excited to just, work as a band.
Yeah, and hopefully you can maybe do that in the same room someday.
Yeah, gosh,
It's
I know.
it's difficult these days, I
It
know
really,
that. especially for, a young band like yourself. Just getting stuff together has got to be, it's got to be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, because in the sense that we can't, the way that you get, or for me at least, what's worked is the way, I get out there is you just play, 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 play. Any gig you can get all over the place, open mic nights, whatever it is. That's how I kind of came up. I started doing those things when I was like 11 years old.
Yeah.
So that's a big, it's a big halt, but despite that problem, it's crazy because we've put this dang band together, have our songs coming out, and for a band that just started, we already have I'm really happy with the response that we have so far, so yes, it has held us back in a lot of ways, but also I don't think that this band would have formed if there wasn't this pandemic going on right now.
Yeah, see, and that's boy, is that a silver lining, huh? Man, that's great. When have you played in front of an audience, the band itself? You haven't, have you?
We haven't, no.
Man, wow.
Supposed to at the beginning of the pandemic, but well, not at the beginning. We obviously scheduled it before. We were supposed to play at the Chance with Dora. We were supposed to open for her. And oh my gosh, we were so excited. And of course it got canceled because it was right when the pandemic started.
Yeah.
And it just never got rescheduled.
It'll happen. It'll happen. I can feel it. I can't wait. It's kind of like having a new Ferrari and not being able to drive it, I'm sure. I mean, definitely. Will you be doing any
live stream at some point, like a live stream concert we were about doing?
Yeah, that would be really cool. That would be cool. I'm anxious to, I've heard this first single and it's kick-ass. It's really good. And I'm just dying to hear more. I mean, I'm just dying to hear more.
Thank you so much.
It's really, really great. People are gonna love this. Now, some of the comments on, I've already seen some of the comments from the band announcement, and I mean, I did not expect it.
Right.
You're an all-female band, you're very young, you're very pretty, it's called Plush, soft and fuzzy little girls with guitars. They just have to hear it. They just have to hear it, and all those things will change.
And that's why I didn't really understand why these people, what it really comes down to is it's just bitterness. And I mean, I can't think of another explanation, because it doesn't make sense to me why you would look at a band or a person, before they've even come out with a song, and just make all these preconceived notions because of their gender, basically. Like it's really crappy. But
Yep. It didn't shock me, I guess, but it was a shame to see that things haven't really changed that much. I mean, you have these kick-ass females in this genre of hard rock. I mean, Pretty Reckless and Hailstorm, Maria Brink and I mean, they're just devastatingly heavy too, a lot of them. And I mean, it's just, there's so much power there, and it fits right in. But
I mean, honestly, when I listen to Lizzie Hale and Maria Brink and Amy Lee and Taylor Momsen, like, when I listen to their voices, for me, and a lot of it is probably because I'm also a female singer, but it does way more for me than hearing a lot of men sing. Like or not even just that, but it's also like, I don't get why there has to be even a comparison, really. It's not. Right. If you have a powerful voice, you have a powerful voice. It shouldn't matter if you're a guy or a girl. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't get it either, really. And I thought, times have changed a little because of all of those wonderful women breaking down the doors and stuff. But it kind of was a shame to see that, things haven't really changed a whole lot, I guess.
Right.
Uh, do you think the band has to be a little bit heavier just because you're female?
Absolutely not. Um, Here's the thing. If we're not as heavy as some men want us to be, that's fine. You don't have to listen to us. But I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna write what my heart wants, and so are the other girls in the band. I'm not gonna cater our sound for you, because the truth is, you're not that relevant to me. If you don't have a say over my life and my art and what I do.
Yep.
So the short answer is no.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely not.
You're still that same confident kid, I listened back to our interview, 5 years ago now, 4.5 years ago, and I'm thinking, this is a 15-year-old girl. She's got her head on straight, and she is not afraid. And that's a beautiful. It was so great to hear, and like I say, watching you progress through this industry with that same head on straight, focused attitude is really great.
Thank
And that's absolutely true. You have to do what's in your heart, and that's
you.
what we want to hear. Um,
Right.
we don't want to hear
Otherwise,
you be something
people,
else.
right. And otherwise, it's like people, well, from my experience, or what I see, people can smell fake, and
Hmm.
no one likes a poser,
Yeah.
So why would I do
Right.
something about me?
Yep.
It just never made sense to me.
You do you, and nobody will have a problem, I promise. um will Plush be doing, when you guys do get together and perform, will you be touching on any of the great solo stuff that you've written? Like, I listen to like Broken Soul, and it hits me so hard. um I see the band, a great band like this doing stuff like that. I will, those songs. Will we see a reemergence of those songs with the band?
As of right now, there aren't any plans to do that, but it can certainly come up in conversation. And I think it would be cool to see what you know Plush's take is on those songs, because
Yeah.
it would be completely different, because all of us girls will put in our own thing.
Yeah.
So maybe that would be something that's fun, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. That would be really cool. And last time we spoke, I mentioned something about your serendipity paper from 6th grade, and I always do my research. I do my homework. I like to know who I'm talking to. So I got to know you really well even before I talked to you.
Mhm.
Um, and it was kind of creepy, there's no doubt.
No.
Well, I mean, when people are prying into your life, and your life is under that microscope, um it can get a little much, I'm sure. And you're internationally known now with your the 4-chair turn on The Voice, right there changed a lot of things for your popularity and fan base, and people wanting to know everything. Has there ever been anybody that has crossed the line for you? Have you ever had a problem with that?
um hmm. I mean, I haven't had a huge problem yet, I guess, but um there are there have been people that ask questions that they just shouldn't ask,
Mhm.
which is inevitable, of course, like you were just saying. You know Asking me to go out with them to like lunch something when I don't even know them, and just stuff like that.
Right.
And obviously the stupid you know pervs out there. um
Yeah.
I guess those are the things. There will be many more to come. I'm sure I'll have situations that are a little bit more significant and some that are just the same, but as of right now, not really, just because I kind of I have my family and my brothers, and
Yes,
it
you
just
do.
no one really has the opportunity to to cross the line right now. I'm grateful
taking
for.
care of you. You're a wonderful family. I wish everybody could know your family. They're just, I mean, even though I'm crying all day because my Chiefs lost the Super Bowl and your dad's putting up cruel memes about it, uh, I still love them. Yeah, and I know how close you are with, especially with Gabe, and he's a singer as well, isn't he?
He is, yeah, he does sing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would have him on stage a few times, during the sets and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too. Musical family and wonderful people. So great to see.
It's
Um,
okay.
your first song that you wrote, Love Strong. It's on the EP. People can hear it. It's out there. I love it. When you look back at that time now, and you've written so many songs since then, and you've changed. We all change as people every day. What do you think when you listen to Love Strong now? What do you think? What do you think about it? Do you still like it?
I hate that song. I, I, oh my God. All right, I shouldn't say I hate it because it is my first song, but it's like, I do not like that song. And I do not perform it. I haven't performed it in years. It's cute. Like, I look at it and I think it's cute. Like, do you know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
I was like 11 when I wrote that. Like, that's cute, an 11-year-old. But I don't look at it and I think a lot of the things like with that EP, I look back at it and I don't listen to it, but if I hear a song or someone brings it up, I just always am thinking like, oh my gosh, I just wish I could do it over again. Like I could, because you grow, like you were saying, you grow, you become different. I hear different things in different parts, and my voice is stronger and more mature now, and so those are my feelings on the EP. But I don't regret it. Of course, I don't regret it, and I'm not ashamed of the work, but it's just not where I'm at anymore.
Right. Yeah, and I listened to it and I think 11 years old, no way, not a chance. There's no way. Uh, it's so way ahead of your time at 11. But if I was to, I tell somebody I talked to Moriah Formica and they say I haven't heard her. Play something for me. Uh, what would I put on? What should I put on?
I mean, if I'm being honest, I really, really love, uh, Hate, which is coming out tomorrow, and the two other songs that we have recorded. I really, really love those songs.
Yeah, and they epitomize what you do. Then
I think for sure.
Yeah.
Right now in my life.
Yeah, that's very cool. I know you got a full day ahead of you, so I'm not going to keep you any longer. I got one more for you. When I talked to you on August 2019, 29th, 2016, you were a kid. You were a confident, focused, head on straight, knew what you wanted kid. You're now a young lady. You are an adult. What is the biggest difference between the Moriah I talked to in 2016 and the Moriah I'm talking to right now?
Oh, I like that question. Oh man, there's so many differences. It's crazy because it's like in a lot of ways I feel like a completely different person because obviously when you're 16 and 20, even though it's only 4 years, so much happens with your brain and how you grow and just how your outlook on life. But I would say my biggest difference is I'm much more confident in myself, and I'm much stronger than I was, and I'm if anything I'm even more more focused on being who I am, because there's just no there's no back and forth with who I am or what I want to do or, you know, this and that. Like, I just want to be rock and roll. That's because that's what I am. So I guess that would be the biggest difference. And the other biggest difference is I realize that everything is going to be okay at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because when you're 16, everything feels like such a big deal all the time.
Yep.
And it still feels like that a lot, but I now have the ability to step back and be like, okay, everything's all right. You know, you're gonna go play this show, you're gonna go do whatever, and it's gonna be fine. So I guess those would be the biggest ways that I've changed for sure.
It's so great to see. It's so great to talk to you, Mo. And man, I love you guys. You guys are just
We love you.
such wonderful, wonderful people, and I can't wait to see what's ahead for you. It's been so great watching you grow, and I look forward to many more years of it for sure.
Thank you so much. I so appreciate that.
You got it. Anytime. And if you need anything, just let me know.
Thank you.
All right. See you, Moriah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.